Hello and welcome back. I am Lord Revonworc. This is Civilization 5 Historical Recreation something. I can't remember the name of the series, but it's Civ 5 and we're playing as Serbia. And we're currently in the middle of plotting wars of aggression against people who had once been our friends. Yes, that's right. Over some fiasco with the World Congress, which honestly I barely even remember anymore. I do remember that it severely upset me, and what the hell is this? Those pieces of shit. Absolute pieces of shit. Try to take away my religion's supremacy. Who owns Catholicism anyways? That's Austria. Hey, I know them. They're on my hit list. Yeah. Austria's going down. Eventually. Not in a position to take them down yet. Oh. We'll have to remember that that's down there. If we want to kill the Belgians once and for all, whatever, let's just next turn. So anyways, there's something I just wanted to, Yeah, everyone's announcing everyone all of a sudden. Anyways, wait, I forgot what I was saying. What the hell? Why do you do that, game? I know he's plotting against me. If I can befriend him and then denounce him as a friend, it'll make people particularly distrustful of him. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but yeah. Because we do know that he's plotting against us. We did find out about that. So anyways, recently I've been compiling a list of movies that I've not seen before, but that I want to see. You know, and every time I think of a new one, I add it, so it's actually been getting kind of long. And thus far, I just... Oh, I see how it is. Both Albert and Suleiman are plotting against me. And they're friends with each other. I see how it is. I see how it is. So yeah, anyways, I've been compiling a list of movies that I need to see. It's been getting pretty long and I haven't watched too many of them. But earlier today, by which I mean yesterday, because I'm recording this after midnight, like, literally, I started recording like 15 minutes after midnight, so yesterday, which feels like earlier today for me, just because of, I don't know what Anyways, I just watched one of the movies on my list, and, I will admit, it is a bit of an odd one. It's this old classic silent movie from the horror genre called Nosferatu. Honestly, I'm not sure, but it might actually be one of the first vampire movies ever in existence. And if you're not aware of what it is, it was it was a film that was loosely based on Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, with some elements slightly changed so that, you know, they wouldn't need to get permission from Bram Stoker to use his intellectual property. Which, resulted in the Stokers suing the people who made this film and nearly destroying it completely until it resurfaced years later, miraculously, and became a kind of a cult phenomenon or something like that. Anyways, it was a movie that I had decided I wanted to watch. So I went and got it from the library, and no. And I will say this, because the movie was a German silent film made in 1922, and as such it has... What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Why? I don't know. I think he might maybe be deceitful, and everybody is denouncing me all of a sudden. I don't want any of that. Fuck 'em all. Honestly, after what he just did, I could care less about him. But I have a different person I would like to attack. Well, so much for me being able to use Washington as a puppet. Got a massive amount of pressure on his capital, so it's not going to stay so Catholic for long. Okay, let's get these denunciations out of the way. This also kind of feels like a bad idea. But I'm gonna do it. Look, people are denouncing everyone left and right. I don't think there are any friends anymore. I've discovered all my real friends are either plotting against me or have already wound up denouncing me. Oh, you've done me no wrong? Oh! Well, look at that. Suddenly there's a bunch of red on the board. You've plotted against me, sir. That cannot go unforgiven. Let's continue producing our front-line infantry. Let's see, what's the terrain in Belgium? Looks fairly flat. Although the area right around the border is incredibly rough. I think I'm gonna go with drill then. Anyways, what was I saying about, right, Nosferatu. So anyways, got a copy of the disc from the library and figured I'd watch it, and to be fair, it does have a lot of those quirks that come with old silent movies. You know, like, significantly slimmed down dialogue, actors over-emoting, like emoting way too much because, you know, oftentimes that's the only way they can convey feeling is through body language, so they have to do the body language to extremes. Then there were the bad special effects. There were a few points in the film where they tried to open doors by themselves, and what they actually wound up doing was just, you know, taking pictures of them open at various different stages and just putting them together. And then because of the limitations, they kind of have to, you know, cut down on other things in the story, such as sometimes character development, and other times there are scenes that they're incapable of actually making, so they just kind of have to describe it to you, stuff like that. And so I'm not going to say it's perfect, but considering the limitations of the time, I have to say I did enjoy the film. It was definitely creepy. Definitely creepy. See, that's all that's happening now is denunciations. Pretty angry that we denounced them during a declaration of friendship, aren't they? Yeah, that usually stings pretty badly. And it would appear that a trade route has expired, or at least I hope that's why our income has dropped so low. But yeah, even still... Oh, what a surprise. I actually don't covet my lands, which is too bad because I covet theirs. Yeah, but it was weird watching an old silent film. It's like... How do I describe it in terms you'll understand? It's like if you're used to playing a bunch of next-gen games, and then all of a sudden you dig out an Atari 2600 and play that. Very primitive. And honestly, if it's not something you don't like, it's not something you should do, but it still has that charm to it. You know, when the creators of things didn't really have all these ways to do all the amazing things that we're used to seeing, so they had to find creative ways to get around it. I mean, silent films, those were really pioneering days for the film industry, and I'm glad it happened, honestly. So yes, so long as you're not one of those people who automatically dismisses silent films just because you don't like that style, I wouldn't recommend it. But to anyone else, people who are willing to give silent films a try, I would definitely say Nosferatu is a good option. Especially if you like horror classics, because seriously, even if it wasn't like a panic-inducing, it was creepy. It was a creepy film. And I liked it.